after discovering mountains of information on the outer dread god Nimbaloth. A turning point was made for Lump, their identity no longer walking on a narrow beam. They committed to who they are, rather than who they once were. Giving back the illusory scarf to Tulak, Lump announced that Sal was dead, and the push forward began again. Returning to the elevator shaft and heading for the cavernous level below, the heroes noticed the swirling void energy at the footprint of the lighthouse had grown substantially, since the light above had reappeared. Wary of this sign, the heroes weighed their options for the overcoming of the 100-foot drop down, but were interrupted by Belcora Hyravex herself. With more patronizing words and warnings to give up their quest, Belcora flung Tulak into the shaft with her powerful magic. Raphael, with all the spirit of a Shuni and the ancient power of the Shaika, dove in after him. The heroes opted to seek their descents before pushing their luck with the powerful and ghostly sorceress, but were quickly harried by small undead creatures that Belcora referred to as her children, and had beckoned them to feed.
What's up, freaks and freakettes?
Wow.
Welcome back. Stemming the Tide, motherfuckers, is 107, I believe. And we're deep.
It's Freakos, the non-binary freaks.
Freakos, absolutely. Freaksters. Freakish motherfuckers.
Was freaks binary?
Oh, I don't know. Well, you said freaks and freaks.
Well, once you throw freakettes in
there.
There's a big spectrum of freakology.
I believe the proper non-binary is freakazoid.
Ah, shit.
I just want all of our listeners to be comfortable in their freakishness as they join us deep, deep down in the gauntlet. Stinky, stinky atmosphere down here.
Deep in the guts.
You know what?
Turn down the volume. It smells.
This is something that I'm sure Tulak would love to forget, which is going to lead me into my intro banter today, which comes from listener PJP, a patron. And they are wondering, what is one type of media or one piece of media, it could be a book, could be a movie, could be a comic, a story, whatever, that you would love to forget so that you could hear it again or view it again for the first time?
Ooh,
Craven's Last Hunt. Done.
that's a good one.
Is that a Spider-Man book?
Okay, Spider-Man, little Spider-Man.
Yeah, do explain.
Craven's Last Hunt is one of the probably most well-known Spider-Man stories. Essentially, Craven takes over for Spider-Man and starts killing his rogues gallery.
Is that the one with Tobey Maguire?
Okay.
Sure.
You almost
want
got
it to
Scott. You almost got James.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh my god.
I got one. Worm Parahumans. Like, if I could, like, just reread that from the beginning, like,
Is that a
not
Dune
knowing.
thing?
No, it's strangely not a Dune thing. Like, I love Dune, but I don't want to forget Dune to re-experience it, because it was a little too formative in my early years as don't trust Messiah and messianic figures. Worm Parahumans is. I just got what you did there, Scott. I feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, Worm Parahumans is it's a superhero story. But the best thing that I've ever read in my life.
Oh.
I've read a lot of things, and Worm remains like easy top one. Like it's not even close. Just, and it kind of sucks because like the first like third of it, it's good. It's really good, but it doesn't kick off until you see the word Leviathan. And that's all I'm going to say about it. You should definitely read it. And I think there's also some audiobooks floating around on Spotify and stuff, but holy shit, just the escalation engine revs in that book and it fucking claps.
Cool.
Who's the author?
It's John Wildbow. It was a serial posted on just a website, and it is just one of the most intense stories. Like basically people get people get powers by undergoing traumatic events, and so most heroes tend to operate in more of a gray area rather than black and white. And I realize that's been overdone to shit now, but with like The Boys and everything else, but like this came out before The Boys got a TV show and does it way better than The Boys, because The Boys is more satirical, whereas Worm is very much played serious. And it follows this young woman named Taylor who gets her powers in high school, and it just escalates. It escalates hard, but really, really good. It's not just here's a bigger monster each time. It's like here's a completely different threat. And at one point, she turns into a warlord. I'm not going to spoil anymore, but like, holy shit, it's really, really good.
All right. Big praise.
Dope.
Yeah, Dunk, Beethoven's first
Yeah,
concerto for the first time.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that, but if I could re-listen, like the third movement of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, when I first heard that kind of like really set me on the path to the point that I learned that song and still play it all the time. But my thought was Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. It's my favorite book. I love that book so much, and I would love to be able to not know how great the writing is. Like just his I don't know, his command of language and the fluidity of the prose is in this really kind of like bleakly satirical kind of World War II story. It's just a fantastic book. And it's funny that you mentioned it, because I watched Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb recently, and I think it brought back why I love that book so much, of just kind of like, you know, the dry wit of it all in the face of some absurd, horrific shit, which is kind of what we're all living every day. So, yeah.
Freeman?
Glad you didn't pick me first, because as you were talking, I was able to sort of think about more than just one, more than my gut reaction. I long time ago, I used to not really overanalyze what I was watching or the media I was consuming too much. In that sense, I mean, I wasn't trying to predict too much ahead of me as I was watching. I was really more happy to just sit back and enjoy it. What I mean to say is, I was more like you, Scott. now I'm an old man and all angry about it, everything. But there are some pieces of content that I'm better at doing that with. And books and video games, I'm still good at holding myself back a bit. Movies and TV shows, I tend to get a little too analytical and angry about. But there are two books, I should say in particular, or rather two book series. One is a very singular moment in the Lord of the Rings. You know, say what you want about Tolkien and his quality of writing.
Fucking great. Go on.
I very strongly remember the scene in which Sam and Frodo basically part ways and are separated because of their issues having just outside of Cirith Ungol, just before the encounter with Shelob. And I very much remember how I felt when Sam saw in the distance, or what have you, Frodo basically being stabbed in the stomach by Shelob, and him running down the cavern and slicing Shelob open with his sword. Like, it was such a moment that was like so much better in the book than ever in the film. The film is like this kind of grandiose, scary kind of horror moment, but it was so much more emotional in the book. I'll never forget how I felt when I first read that. I wish I could feel that again. The other book one is, it's a whole bunch of peppered moments that I won't even go on with The Wheel of Time. There are so many amazing moments in that like 14 book series. And some of it's real dry. Some of it's like a slog, but it was always worth it at some point. And the slog had a purpose. There was always something in every book that was like, oh, this is why I read it. Couldn't recommend that series enough. It's an investment though, and I read it over a very long period of time. Video games, they're oddly enough, one of them comes from DLC from Dragon Age Inquisition. I don't know if anyone here has played that game, but there is a DLC where you go underground, kind of like we're at now, and you go into like the Dwarflands in this sort of Darklands area, but what you do is you're trying to find or stop people from getting a hold of or destroying some sort of artifact, and it's something to do related with giants in the game, or what they allude to as giants. You never see a giant in the game, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw a spoiler warning out here because I don't know if any listeners ever played it or is gonna bother, but the artifact that they find ends up being, I think they call it like the heart of the mountain or something like that, but it ends up being the actual heart of the giant. And you're in this underground cavern that is so vast and so big that there is like a effective sky and forest and fog and clouds. And when you get to the final part, you realize that the giant is so immensely large and built into the earth that it like for a one arm swing, it's like a million years kind of thing. And you're actually at its heart. That revelation, I could have predicted as I was going, but I wasn't trying. But that revelation was like awe-inspiring. I was like, oh, I did not
so you're
understand
like going
the
through
scope.
the arteries and stuff?
You're just going through caverns, right? But they're all inside this giant of immense size, so large you can't imagine it. A giant's probably the wrong word for it. I forget what they call it exactly, but like a titan or something. And it's like that moment you're like, wow, I'm inside its chest cavity effectively, and it's expansive. You can't even see past the horizon line, and I thought that was really, really cool.
Love it.
Anyway,
Thank you for the 36 answers, Freeman.
You're welcome. I had one more, but I forgot it, so you're welcome for that too.
Scoot, what was yours? Did I miss it?
You know what? In the day and age we are in now, and all the times and things that are going on, I think that I would like to dive back into Fight Club for the first time and just have a nice little reset of my priorities, because I've been shopping at Walmart way too much and IKEA, and you know.
You are not your fucking khakis.
That's right, dude. That's right. So, anyways, that's me. And yeah, speaking of fucking things we'd like to forget, I guess we should hop back into this son of a bitch.
Another classic pickup line from Scott.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. Yeah, okay, yeah, so we ended mid-combat. Let me put some music back on. And Tulok has run away, roused a couple creatures that were, in the fray, not noticed in the cages along the sort of water's edge of this fetid lake, and managed to walk over a piece of ground in which another one of these little zombie creatures pops up, having been burrowed underneath. And you have 2 actions left, Tulok, and I believe you are going to telekinetic projectile.
Yeah, I greatly wish I hadn't said that, but you know what? That's okay. And Tulok stumbles past this creature, and turning will just blast a telekinetic projectile, sending a rock at the newly risen zombie.
Oh, you're going for the newly risen. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you turn around, it's up. Okay, that's your new target. Go ahead and roll me that attack roll.
Oh, boy. Natural 1 for an 18.
Oof, okay. That's going to be a miss.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just hero point. Whatever. Who cares? I gotta do some damage up in this bitch. I'm not feeling good about myself. 22.
22 will hit.
All right, I'll take it.
Hey.
Roll me some damage.
Ugh, rough damage, but 18 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, 18's not
Yeah,
nothing.
that ain't nothing.
And
I
speaking of
resemble that
damage, we speaking of damage, we realized that last episode and in between that you made a mistake on your force barrage.
I did.
Because you were leaning a little too heavily on Foundry automation.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So you spent a level 4 spell slot. I'm going to allow you to cast 3 more of these missiles for the force barrage if you like, or if you want to keep what you did, hand out the chess piece, just have spent a first rank slot instead to keep what you did. What do you want to do?
I don't want to do more math, so let's just make it the first rank.
Okay, so give yourself back a 4th rank and take 1 first rank away, and we will move right along.
You are benevolent.
Tulok's turn is over. We are in round 5, by the way, and the one that just popped up and you just smacked, it's its turn. And
Maybe it didn't see me.
you literally walked over it, and that's what triggered it coming up.
Isn't Tulok flying though?
I am flying, but I am currently grounded.
Gotcha.
The creature then is basically going to take a step forward
Oh no!
and turn towards the cage and starts undoing the latch.
Oh.
And it's going to spend 2 actions doing that. And it is now the very first one that got hit, the one that's farthest north now on the docks. Quick reminder to the listeners, we're basically in this open cavern now, big fetid lake. There's the 15 by 15 elevator floor surrounded by a wooden dock on most sides. And straight to the north is a single dock that ends up in a T shape, a single stretch anyway. And Ruff is like at the northern middle part of the elevator, and on the dock's edge is this this child zombie, we'll call it. Something that Belcora referred to as her children and told them to feast. Oh, Tulok, by the way. Oh, no, you succeeded on your fortitude save from the aura before, didn't you? Pretty sure you did, yeah. So that's gonna... This creature is going to take a step to one side next to Ruff and swing a fist. That's a natural 1. And it's going to take a second attempt. Ooh, okay. 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 12 bludgeoning damage as this thing punch you. And I need you to roll me a fortitude save, please. As this bog rot comes off its skin and starts to possibly infect you.
Natural 20 for a 34.
Oh, Raphael's the indestructible superhero of the Abomination Vaults.
All that eating garbage pays
Let
off.
me play a
James is-
deity. This is on you.
I don't think James has ever rolled more 20s.
Facts.
That's amazing.
I think he's got
Or at
rolled
least
any
more critical
20s.
successes, yeah. So you take your 12 bludgeoning and you're fine. Okay, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
First action, he is going to...
You're close to being flanked.
First action, he's going to extend his arm, and that shifting, striking, cold iron longsword will just explode into his hand from up the sleeve of his robes.
Okay.
Second action, he will recall knowledge on these things.
Okay, that is gonna be a sweet, sweet religion, please.
It's a natural 1 for a 12.
A balance in all things. You're pretty sure they're caterpillars.
Stop them before they pupate.
I don't know if I want to spend a hero point on that, so I'm just going to strike out at the one directly in front of me as he informs everybody else they're kind of resistant to fire.
Okay. Oh yeah, good call.
That's another natural 20 for a 37 to hit.
Come
God
on!
damn.
Oh, feast and famine. My goodness.
Shaika.
I remember many, many times in these recordings where James said, Foundry hates me.
Not today.
Not today. All right, roll me some sweet damage.
That's 40 slashing and 4 fire.
Okay. The fire does not go through, but 40 is a significant hit as you slash this thing. Short sword you
That's
have,
all
right?
3. It's a longsword.
Oh, it's a long sword. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, crit
amazing.
specialization, James.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, weapon specialization, but I don't think crit specialization.
Definitely not crit specialization, but I do have weapon specialization. And if they were off target or off guard, it would be another +5 damage, but they are not.
They are not. Okay. All right. Still not a bad turn. Lump, you up.
All right.
And you're still how many feet up?
I am still 40 feet up.
Okay. And you can hear the sounds of battle. You can see some of it. And you even see, like, Tulok, you're probably looking down as you're climbing down as best you can because your allies are down there. Tulok runs off out of sight. Now there's suddenly more noise, this rattling of cages.
I'm tempted to do something foolish. And let me ask you this, Freeman. If I let
Yep.
go of the ropes, can I aim for the bushes right here to the northeast of myself so that I land next to Raphael?
Okay, so you just want to hop down and land in the middle.
I'm
of
willing
the,
to take the 30 points of damage, land prone, if I can be here as a free action.
Yeah, done. Easy.
Okay.
You swing your
I
feet
will
out.
take the 30
Yeah.
points of damage,
Totally reasonable.
and then I'm going to stand up and cast Heroism on Raphael.
Okay. Wait. Heroism is 2 actions?
Yes.
Oh, your free action dropping, swinging your. I wasn't actually clear on your
Intention.
action economy there. Yeah. I think it seems to me that you're gonna have to spend a little bit of effort to.
All
Swing
right.
your feet out.
Can I spend
So
one action to land next to Raphael and then stay prone and then do it that way?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, there you go.
That's
Then
what
I will
that's where
be
was at.
off guard, prone, and
Okay.
Ruff, you have heroism.
I just the visual in my head's amazing now. You just like swing your legs out. You're like Geronimo. You just like back down and just boom, heroism on his ankle.
I like to, yeah, just and then just there you go.
I'm helping.
So good. Which reminds me, Krucka has heroism as well. So that just heroism for days.
Heck yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the next child zombie, which is going to step up and go ahead and flank Ruff, given the opportunity is there, and swing it with a fist. 32 to hit.
That's a hit.
Roll me a fortitude, please.
Even with the natural 20 last time.
Yep. Even with. You take 12 more bludgeoning, and I need a fort save.
26.
Okay, you good. And we are going to swing a second time for a 25 hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, and a miss. Okay, you're still
Off
okay
guard?
for now. Off guard.
Oh,
You're
no,
flanked.
that'll be a hit.
Okay. 11 more damage, and I need another fortitude.
30.
You're good. Okay, Krucka, start of your turn. You give me a fortitude save, please.
No, okay. 24.
Okay, you're good. You're immune. You're all gonna pass this, I can tell. What do you do?
Did the zombie by the cage finish undoing the latch?
No.
Okay, so Krucka is going
But
to.
it looks real close.
Yep. Krucka is going to stride 15 feet to the east and shove.
Okay, awesome. Love me some
Hell
shove.
yeah.
Roll an athletics check versus my fortitude DC.
31, 14
My
on the
fortitude
die.
DC is 26. You shove. Knocking this creature 5 feet
Okay.
back, so it kind of like moves along this awkward space between a rock and the cage, nearly into the lake water. You've moved it away from the mechanism effectively.
And he's going to follow just so he's in front of the mechanism.
Hell yes.
And then third action, he's going to draw his axe.
Can you follow?
Yes, if you succeed on a shove, you can free action follow into the
Okay,
space.
I thought it was just the crit success. Okay, perfect, amazing. And then you're gonna what? Sorry, swing. Oh, draw the axe. Okay.
Draw his axe with his third.
Thank you for keeping your all yourselves honest. Top of round 6, Tulok. Things be getting hairy.
Yeah, man.
Are they though?
Yeah, it doesn't seem that much, does it?
Can you charge through an ally or no?
Yes.
Okay, actually, I don't even think I need to. I would like to 3 actions: raise undead,
Okay.
skeletal giant to right here, to my northwest,
Okay.
and I would like for that creature to make a terrifying charge for 2 actions towards the most northeastern creature that is attacking Ruff.
Okay. Yep.
So as part of so it strides and then makes a horn strike. That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And it rolls 8 points of damage, but gets a +4 circumstance bonus to damage, so it's 12.
Okay.
And then can also attempt to demoralize the creature if that is applicable.
Okay. Next time, Scott, if you see at the top of the skeletal giant sheet, you can see there's a terrifying charge square. You can click that, and then when you roll the thing, it'll automate for you the extra damage and stuff.
Foundry.
Found you,
Okay.
baby.
And that is an 18 on the intimidation check.
18 versus my will DC, which is 24. So no dice,
Okay.
but still awesome.
And that will be it.
Okay, that's your turn. Next up is the bog creature that was just shoved by Krucka. What the hell is it going to do? It is in a real sticky spot.
Push him back.
Could fuck off and die if it wanted to.
Can that be an episode title? It can fuck off and die.
Yeah, might get some censorship issues, but I'm down.
Okay, let's just go ahead and say it swings a fist to start. 25 to hit you.
That's a miss.
It goes for a second one. 23 to hit you.
Just hit me. I want to use my wounded rage. No, that's a miss.
And it's losing its confidence here, but I think it's going to. Oh, I don't even. Tumble through is an acrobatics, isn't it? That's not in my favor at all.
Just die about it.
Yeah, it actually like tries to shove you back all of a sudden as it's like swinging and just like flailing fists at you, and then it tries to give you a shove and it just fails miserably. It is, for all intents and purposes, a small child like swinging its arms at you.
Krucka's just got his palm against his forehead as the little thing's just swinging
I wouldn't
away.
make you change grip on your axe for that. it's perfect.
The flavors.
Next up is the very battered child zombie flanking Raphael, and it's gonna go ahead and swing out a fist. 23 versus your for your even off guard AC. No.
Nope.
Second hit, gonna miss again, and then it's going to step away from you real quick. Like, Ruff, what do you do?
First action, he is going to use one of his focus spells called Force Fang, and just turn around at the one near him.
Okay.
That's 10 points of force damage.
Yeah, could you explain Force Fang, please?
He essentially just turns around and casts a melee version of Magic Missile, but his mouth, his fangs become essentially force damage, and it's just like the shadow of himself reaching out and biting. He can bite through like shields and stuff. It's a really solid one action spell that also
I don't know if
happens
Cam
to
meant
recharge his
to,
spell
but
strength.
Cam just did like a face like they had fangs and they were bearing them, and it was really funny. Sorry, go ahead.
And the fun bit about that is it's a conflict spell, so it recharges his spell strike. So
Nice.
He gonna do that. Then he will cast a ray of frost into his spell strike.
Okay. And sorry. Oh, so this automatically hits because you said it's like first barrage, like magic missile. Okay.
Yep.
10 damage. So cool. And then Ray of Frost. Oh, I love this.
It's a 37 to hit.
Ray of Frost to which target? Same target?
Same target, but this is Ray of Frost as a spell strike.
37's a crit. Holy crap.
Okay, so that's 22 points slashing, 4 points of fire, and
Oh, why fire?
because of his arcane cascade, when he entered that stance, it was from a fire spell. So he now adds extra fire damage because he's still
Oh,
in
and
that
that
arcane
continues
cascade
forward
stance
and through with the arcane
until the end of
cascade.
combat, or if he shifts his stance. Yeah,
Crazy.
that's a really low roll, so that's only 11 cold damage on top.
Okay. Still, massive amounts of damage. It doesn't even matter.
33 with 2 actions, not a big
Yeah,
deal.
that's so good. 4 different damage types. Like, you're the only one that's ever done that in this adventure in a single turn.
Probably true.
Awesome.
Achievement unlocked.
All right, Lump, you're on your back. You've heroismed Raphael's ankle, and you're watching him decimate your enemies from
Lump
the floor.
is going to.
Oh, actually, Lump's going to roll a 402 save first.
Okay. That is a 20.
Okay, you're all good. You're all immune. Continue.
All right. Lump will first action stand. Second action move to the east to flank with Raphael, who clearly doesn't need any help, and then free action shift out their arm, turning into a silver morning star as they bring it down to smash this creature in the head for a 27 to hit.
That hits.
All right. This should be 2d8, not 2d6. But anyways, 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't have Deadly Simplicity.
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you get that? Is that Hey, you get that Sword Priest, yeah.
I thought I did, but apparently I don't. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, look into it. Next up is exactly that creature, which is going to... Oh, it's quite surrounded. It is quite surrounded. It's going to take a big old risk. It's going to step away to the southwest, getting away from Lump. Still next to Ruff. And then it is going to step again to get away from Ruff. It's going to waste a lot of actions here. And then it's going to start running towards a door that is over to the west. And that brings us to Krucka. At the stalemate with this.
Oh boy.
zombie on the edge of the
So the mechanism, the lock on the thing, is it like something that can be disabled by force? Is it a complicated
mechanically,
thing, or?
it takes 3 interact actions to undo, and it only spent 2 last turns, so it's 1 interact action away from being unlocked.
But like, if I were to want to smash it into not being able to be unlocked, or if I were to able to like use crafting to wedge something in to disable it and not make it openable.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a D100 to see how lucky you are on that.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
He's pretty
I'm gonna
crafty.
say-
Good thing canonically, Krucka is a violent chewer of gum.
And like that Mission Impossible 1 gum that explodes.
by the looks of it, you can't discern right away whether or not it's viable. So your gut tells you don't try it. It's still locked.
Okay, so he's just going to turn his attention to the little zomboid to the right and take a swing with the axe.
Okay,
28 to hit.
that hits. You can see this like creature on the cage behind it in the water, like one claw out the cage, trying to swing at this creature now as it's getting closer.
11 slashing.
11 slashing. Okay.
Second action. I'm going to shove him again. For a 17. That wasn't great.
17 against my fortitude. Yeah, won't do it, sadly.
Okay. And then third action, he will be angry about the lack of a shove and fly into a rage.
Okay. Spend the action to rage. Okay, top of round 7. Tulok.
Okay, Tulok will cast Telekinetic Projectile, again sending another stone at the same creature that that Krucka is in melee with.
Okay.
30 to hit.
Hits, yep.
24 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll sustain, and then again the skeletal giant will use the terrifying charge and will attack the fleeing creature.
Yeah, the one going towards the door, yep.
Correct. 26 to hit
26 hits, yep.
for 12 points of damage as it skewers this fucking thing from behind.
Nice. And you just smash it to pieces. It just kind of blows up in this weird, dusty yet watery smoke.
And that's me.
Wicked turn. All right. Next up is the creature next to Krucka. It's going to probably futilely try and shove you again. 22 against your 402 DC.
Nope.
And it will swing a fist at you. 24 against your DC. Oh no, this is like a bad stalemate on this creature's head.
Yeah, he's starting to feel bad for this.
It's got nowhere to go, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if it can try and scramble up the rock that it's next to, as its final action. Ooh, 29. Yeah, so it just like turns and just starts to scramble away from you, and it's gonna climb up onto the rock. So let's call it like 5 feet above you, and 1 space away now. And so next up is the other remaining one who's looking a bit rough. Who is going to... it's going to step on up to Ruff and start swinging. 22 to hit.
Nope.
Followed by an 11. Ruff, you want to take
Critical
this thing out?
He's gonna try. He'll start with a spell strike. Or
James,
okay.
sorry, just
May I please flank so that you can have a -2 and have a higher chance of critting again? Can I give you delay?
yeah.
Great
sure.
time to delay.
Okay, Ruff,
Yeah.
Ruff will delay.
All right.
Cool. Lump.
All right. Lump is going to stride forward or northwest and then down to get into a flanking position. And then is going to go ahead and throw in a Demoralize as well to lower it even further.
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and click that. That is a 32 to frighten.
That is a success.
All right. It becomes frightened 1. That is 2 actions. And just to be a real dick about it, I'm going to go ahead and trip it too. That is a 23 to trip it.
Versus reflex.
Yep.
Yeah, that's success.
All right. And then Lump will give the nod to Raphael and just like look down at it like, yeah, die, trash, die.
I love the idea of like the angle of your vision is like down towards this creature's face, and you just like bark in its face. Basically, it's scared. Then you trip it, and as it drops, you're eye to eye with Ruff behind where its head used to be. You're like,
Yep.
you got this. And Ruff, I assume, you just interject right away.
Yeah, he'll enter the order, and first action will just be a strike with the longsword.
Nice.
That's a 25 to hit.
It hits.
21 slashing to fire, so 21 slashing.
21 slashing. Yeah.
He'll strike again with a map -5. The 29 to hit.
That's a crit with all these conditions.
Yeah, baby.
That swing.
See ya fucking later.
24 slashing, 10 fire.
Okay. And you just eviscerate this thing into a dusty, wet mess, just like the other one.
And then with his last action, he'll cast Dimensional Assault, which is also a conflict spell.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. No, never mind. That's within... okay.
Oh, yeah, the range.
So
is half
Dimensional
speed.
Assault's
Can't
only
do.
half speed.
Yeah. Which you had, like, perfectly, if I recall correctly, for Eurevian, but not for this one.
Yeah.
This thing is
yeah,
30,
so-
35, 40 feet away from you.
Right. And I don't have any one-action spells left, so he'll just, he'll stride, I guess.
Okay.
Just his full 35 feet. Or his full 30 feet. So he's also at the base of the rock.
I love this tiny little bastard is 35 feet.
Yeah.
Scrappy little guy.
Oh, Scorching Blast is a first rank. Okay, I was mixing it up with Ignition in my head.
Yeah.
Cool. You stride on up. Krucka. Ruff has joined your side at battle. What do you want to do?
Oh, gang's all here. He's gonna swing with the butchering axe before this thing gets too far
Just
away.
a poor little guy.
I have very little remorse right now.
The rage is real.
That's because Krucka is best boy.
Striking with the butchering axe for a 37.
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
that's a crit.
Damn.
Fucking Krucka, eh?
With the rage, that's 58 slashing.
My God.
Nice.
And you just extend your
Oh,
reach out and
God.
just smash this thing in the abdomen, and the force is so strong. You don't really get any slicing, and you just knock it off the rock. It bounces into the cage that's out in the water and smashes into it and then falls down, and this crustacean looking creature inside quickly whips its claw out and grabs the creature and just slams it against the cage again and just clenches its claw and snaps it in half, and it just explodes in a dry, wet mess. And that's combat over.
Oh, right.
Hot damn.
I gotta say, that all took a nice turn after the initial fear of Belcora there.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I gotta give Raphael a hero point from last episode. Of course, I've been sitting on it. The fucking hero dive and how it all worked out is
Oh,
insane. That was amazing.
Luck of the dice. I appreciate it.
I propose that we deal with these creatures before we move on while we're still under the effects of our spells. We have a very good opportunity to just destroy them from within their cages. Tulok, you should
agree.
just be able to cast them.
An explorer once said, I hate every monkey that I see from chimpanzee to chimpanzee. We should eliminate them.
Jesus Christ.
Son of a bitch.
I am livid. Yeah, so we all just stand around and watch Tulok stand on top of the rock next to us and blast all these creatures through the fucking thing for the next 10 minutes or however long it takes.
So
Also,
is it
in-
necessary that we kill these creatures? Is it...
I believe that we should destroy them because, first of all, I cannot believe that a single thing down here is not some form of tainted or evil. Well, rather, I can, but I don't believe it in this instance. And I think that it would be best for our own security and safety to render them at least unconscious before moving on.
And if the first plan of attack from our enemies is to unleash these creatures, they're not safe at our backs.
I agree. They should be destroyed. They're just another tool for Belcora.
Could I do a recall knowledge on the one that still has most of its skin?
That's a carapace at best.
The one that's clearly not undead.
Yeah. The one that is definitely a sort of strange-looking, monstrously large crustacean. Yeah.
Crab mantis.
Yeah. Roll me an occultism on that. So part of me feels like nature should apply as well, but I'm sure it's not in your purview.
There's nothing natural about that.
Well, I think it's a chul. It's a 23 occultism.
That's a meat to beat. It is, in fact, a chul.
Yeah.
And
A real chul guy.
what you know about chuls, at the very least, what might give you pause right away at the idea of this is that they are not mindless beasts. They're not known for their hyper intelligence, but they are intelligent. In fact, they speak languages.
Yeah,
That,
would I know
you
what
might
language it is?
You're pretty sure Aklo's in their purview.
This one, at the very least, is a chul. They are not dumb creatures. They are not prized for their intelligence, but they do have language.
since you succeeded, I'll also let you know that they are prized by some hunters for their eggs. Or poachers, rather, I should say, I suppose.
Why?
Okay.
Delicious.
Oh.
Delicacy.
The Ortolan of the underground.
What language do they speak, Raphael?
They speak Aklo. And he will turn to the Chul because he not only speaks Aklo, he has a little feat I like to call empathy incarnate.
I think you brought this before, but do tell again.
So this just gives him the ability to put creatures that he speaks with at ease. So whenever I attempt to diplomacy to make an impression or request, the DC is reduced by 2. And if the creature is speaking, I'm speaking as a lower level, any success is a critical success. So this will be a diplomacy check to just try and
Cool.
I guess gather information just to try and see if
Yeah.
they're cool.
Yeah.
I also
If
speak
the tool is
Aklo,
cool.
so I'd like to get
Oh.
in on this to give you a bonus.
Okay.
If your diplomacy is better than mine, be my guest. Mine is a +2 untrained.
Oh, I've got
You can
plus
see this
15.
creature after it's destroyed that little creature, that little child zombie. Keep stumbling over that. It's like trying to pick at the remains for something, but there isn't really anything left. You can see it like it's actively not even picking at you. It's actively trying to search for something that's left of that creature. In case that helps.
Tulok will fly up to the top of the rock so he can look down upon the creature.
I forgot you were flying.
I mean, I was just standing there.
It's so funny.
And also, as this is happening, the zombie or the skeletal giant just slumps to the floor.
Okay.
And Tulok turns to the creature and says, "You, in the cage, speak with me. Why are you here and who are you aligned with?"
It keeps picking for a second at the water around its cage, like fruitlessly, then finally stops, and its weird aberrant body kind of shifts towards you. It barely can inside the cage. There's not much room. What do you want?
We are here to end the reign of Belcora, your captor. We are here to remove the blight upon this land. But you are not undead like the others. Perhaps you could live.
Yes, I would live
Where will you go if I set you from this cage?
into the waters. This is my home.
Are there others of your kind here?
Yes, I can tell them to leave you be.
And I would like to sense motive to see what the fuck is going on here.
Probably a good idea.
Ruff will also sense motive.
Lump will also sense motive.
Does Lump speak
Does Lump
Aklo?
speak Aklo?
Cracker one.
Lump speaks Elven, Aklo, and Infernal and Elven.
Look at us go.
Does Krucka speak Aklo?
Nope. Krucka is just looking at himself in the water.
Goddamn mid-roll.
Nah, it's too murky. There's no reflection. You're just bored.
Nat 1, pour moi.
Oof.
16 for me.
Oh, shit.
What did you get, Lump? Sorry?
A 30 mid.
30?
Oh.
Okay. Mid.
Got 11.
Well, my die only go down to a 10, so it's pretty good.
Nice.
Smart.
Tulok probably, with that natural one, like, suspicion at an all-time high at all times, basically, given this place and what it's done to him. Probably inclined to not to believe it. But, Lump, you think it's being very honest. It's a very alien mind and creature, but perhaps you relate to it in a way, and you feel like you can definitely get a sense of its motivations and its what's the word I'm looking for? It's like the naturalness.
Its body
to it.
posture suggests that it is telling the truth and that it will tell the others to leave us alone. Whether they will or not, that is a different story, but I believe this one to be truthful in their intentions.
Tulok nods and turns to the creature. If we set you free, and you tell your friends here, would you perhaps be interested in taking out these other creatures? Food for you all.
It moves a claw down to the water and picks the water again for seconds.
There is no food. It is not what we can eat. But I will show you where there are eggs. They are valuable to your kind and to others within these caves. I am ready to spawn, so I can sacrifice those, for new ones will come soon.
Scott feels incredibly weird about this, but
Lump's on board.
Tulok does whatever it takes, right? Okay.
It's free eggs.
Yeah, can't make an omelet without
I would like
treating with a crab mantis.
Yeah, I'd like to try and make an impression just to kind of seal our deal here. You know, just
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Put that
just
use.
to make sure it knows we're friends. You know, like Ruff will go as close to the cage as he can get. You know, maybe throw a ration towards it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and like you can tell by like if you throw some food at it, you tell by the deftness and the eagerness in which it snatches into the air and like barely manages to get it through the cage, like bending almost some of the cage with its effort just to get it in its mouth. You can tell that it's proper hungry and it really is eager.
Yeah, so that's a 7 diplomacy to make an impression.
It's not paying attention to you at all. You threw food at it. It's happy with that. You can't
Yeah.
tell what you've done. Yeah.
So
Okay, I'd like to make an impression then. I was rolling for an 8. I rolled a 23, but I can just carry that over, or I can re-roll whatever you want.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, yeah. You're in mid conversation with it. What is it?
This pact is sealed then. I will let you out. You tell your friends to leave us alone and provide us these eggs as a peace. And we will leave you be. And we will leave your kind be as long as they return the favor for us.
I am called Raphael. This is Tulok. This is Kraga.
Sorry, it
He's
just sounded like
point-
that's your diplomacy. Oh, I'm Raphael.
No.
Not
It-
7.
it's going to be very difficult for this creature to tell its friends to leave the bipeds alone
sure, yeah,
without
that's fair.
proper nouns. So Ruff goes around and introduces everybody and just asks it if it has a name.
And yeah, it's like kind of thinking it's weird that you've done this. Like it seems to not sure what to say, and then you're like, "What's your name?" And it understands that in Aklo, but then it just like regurgitates some otherworldly sound that you cannot mimic.
And then
You
clacks
can
its
only
claws.
assume. Yeah, and then you can only assume that's its name.
And how beautiful that is.
And Tulok will, with that out of the way, attempt to release the cage, hovering above the water.
Okay, yeah, you hover above the water and you do the 3 interact actions to undo the mechanism, and pulls away, and you can just float back, and the Chul pushes the door open. There's not much room for it. It even butts up against the nearest cage, and then it squeezes its way out, which gets it real close to you for a second. And it kind of turns to you all, these like long, tenderly things coming from its face. We didn't really describe this to the listeners. It's like a big upright green crab lobster.
Mantis shrimp.
Yeah, shrimp thing, and it's hulking. It's large, and it's actually it's a large creature, and it kind of looks at you all, or takes you all in this sort of weird writhing almost motion, and then it turns and like deftly kind of makes itself almost small and dives into the water and just disappears.
And as it's going, Krucka turns and says, "So, what'd you guys talk about?"
But it disappears into the water, but you can see that it dove in, but it pops back up over by, if you look to the southeast, there's, across the water, there's another singular kind of pier sticking out, and it pops up out of the water, and it just says, "You'll find your prize here," and then slowly sinks back down and is gone from view.
Did it point at the dock? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, over yonder here.
Ruff, before you run off, let's make sure we take care of this one to the north of us first.
But there is another living creature down here.
I'm sure there's living creatures in most of these cages. We should probably handle one at a time rather than pulling an entire room, as it were.
Okay.
What? Hey, you. What do you speak? And just we'll go through all the languages that I listed. Aklo, Infernal, Elven, until this creature makes any sort of indication that it's understanding one.
Yeah, this massive, basically, it looks like a huge ape skeleton, sort of, and it is crammed into this cage, and it stirs a bit with very tiny movements as you approach it and talk to it, but it says nothing, no matter what language you throw at it.
Well, it's
Throw me
it's
a religion
skeletal.
check.
Does anyone speak Necrol?
I speak Necril. It's a natural one for a 12 for the religion, but he will just say, "Hi, I am Raphael," in Necro, just to see what happens.
No
it's a
response.
29 on the religion.
And 23 for me.
No response from Necrol, and both 23 and 29 are fine. This is a skeletal hulk. It's basically a ginormous, powerful skeleton made from bones held together by foul necromancy. That's it. Completely and utterly mindless.
So if we can't find a language to communicate, if we spend 10 minutes kind of gesturing at it, Krucka has crude communication and can try to get something across. But I don't know how much, if we're having this much trouble communicating to begin with, I don't know how much is going to be.
It's not a bad idea,
accomplished.
because but it puts me in mind of the grothlets that you saw on the level above, in which they were almost receiving some information just by being mindless creatures, but it was through the magic of the Drover's band that they were getting through to it, not through simple social attempts, because they were in fact quite mindless. So this creature, with those checks, you would be able to communicate to Krucka that it's very much the same. Without some sort of magic to direct it, it's not going to respond to even that.
Tulok turns and from above just begins to rain down various types of rubble through the cage.
Krucka, I appreciate the empathy, but this creature is mindless, and Erasni and Pharasma both dictate that it needs to be destroyed.
Don't have to tell me twice, and he takes a step back so he doesn't get any monkey bits on him.
As Tulok's raining junk down, Ruff will refocus.
Sure. I mean, you're gonna rain stuff down. I mean, it's tight bars in this cage. A lot of what you're doing is just gonna hit the cage and not really affect this creature. I'm gonna be honest.
I think what he means is just telekinetic projectile until it's dead.
Yeah, and it's gonna make a lot of noise and take a long time.
Yeah, I'll Vitality Lash it.
What's that?
It doesn't have an attack. It's just I see the creature die.
Okay, Tulok won't do that then.
Is it a spell or what? Tell us what Vitality Lash is, Kim.
No problem. Vitality Lash. You demolish the target's corrupted essence with energy from Creation's Forge. You do
Wow.
2d6 vitality damage with a basic fortitude save. but it is heightened at my level to be 5d6.
Okay. And that is cantrip. Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I can spam.
You can spam. All right. Roll me a few of those damages. We'll just, for courtesy's sake, I'm just gonna do a couple of these.
It is a fortitude save, basic.
Yeah. 24 is the DC. Okay.
Like shooting monkeys in the barrel.
16, 16, 14, 12. Do you need more?
Yeah, give me one sec. Okay, so it succeeded on 2 and crit failed on 2, and it's nearly dead at that point. So we'll just say it's gonna take a couple minutes, but we'll call it 10 minutes to just destroy this creature.
All right. Yeah, that took 4 rounds, but yeah, we'll go with the 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Just fuck with you. I'm sorry.
Because it's just let's just give it some time. Because
right,
it's an awkward thing. Like you're just gonna poking at the bear in the cage. And so you take some time to do that. There's some refocusing happening, obviously, and to the south there is another one. In fact, if you want to venture down to the south, the far south, I'll just say within those 10 minutes, you could do the same thing to that creature and call it a day.
All right.
So 5 minutes
We'll
per.
say it took 30 minutes because I'm also treating wounds,
Okay. Happy with that.
and 40 minutes because it's going to take 2 treating wounds to get everybody healed up. So,
Okay.
but yeah.
While that's happening, Krugga.
Ooh.
Hey,
Careful,
getting back into
boy.
it. Krugga would like to thoroughly search these here. I don't know.
Cages.
Yeah, let's look for secret walls along this rocky outcropping.
Okay, so you're gonna thoroughly search the walls, and you don't find a whole lot. Just some rocky walls. Natural terrain, though.
Igneous.
Something that you don't see much of in the vaults here. In fact, it probably stands out that they have a moment to think about it. Lots of natural terrain here, not worked stone, all around. You also notice, again, taking a moment, that because of the fog, this fog that permeates, or this mist that permeates from this fetid lake, means your visibility actually ends at 90 feet. Anything beyond 30 feet is considered concealed. Which I have, it's on the map there. I think you guys can see it, way up the top. As a note to remind yourselves. But, yeah, and -2 circumstance penalty to vision-based perception checks even too while you were in this area.
So Tulok is going to move off the rock, walking again, and we'll head down to look at the other creature, which we have not done a knowledge check on.
Yeah. Raphael's made his way down there as well. It looks like this.
Oh,
Neat.
What is it? I can't see it.
it's like a metal chameleon.
Basically, yeah.
With the Triceratops.
It's like
thing?
a dinosaur chameleon. Yeah. It's got this long tail with these weird spikes coming out of it at random kind of proportions and spots, and these long claws and these really, really long teeth, like so many teeth in its sort of lizard face mouth thing.
Nature.
Oh, yeah, its claws and his teeth just look so like overgrown and gnarly.
This will be a nature check if you want to know something about it.
I do.
Hell yeah.
It's a 28 for Raphael.
Yep.
That's 17.
Not so much for Krugga, but this is called a Kruth. The Kruths it's a large creature, and they are sometimes called crocodile eaters. They're fast and vicious hunters of boglands and wetlands. Their favorite prey are creatures like lizard folk, boggards, and dinosaurs. Yeah, they're very very deadly natural predators, basically.
Well, let's not fuck with this thing. Kruth hurts.
In this case, in this case, very much a beast, an animal, as it were, mechanically speaking. Non-intelligent, basic instincts.
Sit. That's an 18 to command.
And it seems to sort of just like lounge in this cage. But obviously, when you walk up to it, try to command it, it just eyes you. It's got its eyes on you, but it doesn't seem to move at all.
It was worth a shot.
It seems as calm as a crocodile in the water.
This one is called a Kruth. I'm not sure which of my incarnations that knowledge comes from, but this one is very deadly. Hunter of the Boglands. This one is best to keep caged until we make our exit, I think.
Do you believe it to be safe to leave at our backs?
I believe it is a living creature that deserves the benefit of the doubt. Even caged, still feels wrong to take its life.
I do not disagree. I am willing to trust your judgment on it.
Then we
You want
leave
to try and roll me a sense motive on the creature?
All right.
Perhaps?
Ugh. Another mid-roll. 29.
28.
Given the knowledge that you have and kind of eyeing it, you see it's as calm as can be. But to you, that says it's literally just waiting for the opportunity. Like many animals, when cornered, dangerous. Also happy to run away when in danger. But if the Chul was any indication, this thing is quite hungry. So, at best, opening the cage makes it very unpredictable. At worst, it straight up attacks. There's also, I think, something to be said about even if at your backs it is released, it's not likely to go hunt you down. It's just likely to go back to its territory to live.
What if I throw it some rations?
I'm sure it would eat them up.
I'd like to throw it some rations.
I can try to make an impression again. My diplomacy is still only +1, but I do have that. I still do have that empathy ability, empathy incarnate.
I mean, do we really need to make an impression even
Just-
if I
yeah,
just feed it a little so it's not super pissy when if it does get out? It'll see us as somebody that has fed it before.
Well, that would be the impression part.
James, I just wanted to point out that when you feed somebody a ration, that is a week of food for... Okay, so like you were feeding this
Oh,
person
James
like
knows.
this. Okay, I just want to make sure that is understood. But yeah, so like if we throw this creature one ration, like if it's anything like an alligator, we have fed it for a month.
Yeah, I mean that was going to be my plan. Walking away is toss it a ration no matter what happens, just to keep it a little docile. But if I can make an impression to
Yeah, go for
maybe
it. I mean, there's no
maybe
reason
pet
to
its
not
little
roll the
snoot
dice.
or whatever. I mean,
Yeah, dress it up a
Yeah.
little bit.
yeah. What's the worst case scenario?
Make the
here?
rations like a birthday cake so it feels
You
really
crit
special.
fail and it gets pissed off and starts breaking out of the cage.
I mean, then we just have to deal with it like we were planning to.
Pretty shitty cage if it couldn't stay in there.
Shall we investigate these eggs?
Okay, that's a 2 on the die for a 3 to make an impression as he feeds it a ration.
Oh god.
Maybe I should train diplomacy a touch.
Yeah.
He wasn't cooking and he burnt them.
I was talking to someone today about, the harebrained plans of players. and just how difficult it is to navigate what to do when you know so little versus being on the side of the screen where you know so much. And you're kind of like, you sometimes gotta sit back and just enjoy it. You throw some rations in it, and it does the same thing the Chul did. It just gobbles them up, and then you have no idea what you've accomplished, basically, other than having fed
Okay. It appears that we have satiated the beast. So perhaps we should go collect the eggs from the Chul. And I also
Well-
saw... Oh, good. Yes, Raphael.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there's another ape skeleton in this farthest cage. I can't see it now for some reason.
Oh,
but I
yeah.
could at
Oh,
one point.
no, while you were talking to that creature, I destroyed the other one.
Yeah. Can I bamf over there? Is that close enough that I can just pop over? Because I don't really want to get in the water.
If
It
you'd
is
like,
not.
I can take care of it and go fetch it.
How long is Fly last?
10 minutes, it's gone.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone. Definitely gone.
Yeah, that's what I said. I
They're
walked
all
over.
Like,
Okay.
there's no way Lump can't just swim over there. Like, it's not a big.
It's not about the ability to swim. I'm a fish seeker Shuni. Ruff can swim.
Oh.
It's about what's in there.
Well,
danger of
where?
getting in the
Remember, we
water.
just unleashed a Chul, and they're clearly catching this shit.
Are the eggs in the water or
It
on
was
the
under
dock?
the
I
water.
wasn't sure about that.
The Chul pointed towards.
So we have to swim either way.
Correct. And that's why I don't think that it is. I believe the Chul was entreating with us in good faith, and so there's no reason to fear going into the water, at least
It's
here.
not the,
Lump,
it's
if
not
you're
the
comfortable.
Chul that I fear. It's everything else.
Of course, but the Chul was here less than 5 minutes ago. If you do not wish to risk it, I will.
If you are comfortable, Lump, I say go.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps you may even see what's to the east.
If I go into the water, I can sense things that are within 30 feet. That will give me enough of a head start to be able to make it to the surface or somewhere else if it becomes dire.
Go now,
And
my
Lump
friend.
will dive, like run across the cage and dive off into the water to go
Sketchy.
start searching down.
Ruff will draw his crossbow.
Tulok pulls out the staff of the undead.
Okay, so Lump, you walk up to the cage and start to climb it?
If I can just squeeze past the cage right here, just
Yep,
to like
you can-
go, yep.
Yeah. So
I mean,
you're
if
kinda,
anything
like,
reaches through, then we're killing it. But yeah,
Yeah. You're kind of sweeping along the edge of the cage of the rock wall, kind of like back to the wall, doing the old side shimmy. And you can see the eyes of this Kruth, like keeping a real close attention to you as you move. But it takes a little bit of time to like get yourself around the edge a bit and into a spot where you can just pop into the water if you like.
Ruff is just following 10 feet in front of Lump with his crossbow, just training it the whole way.
10 feet in front.
His aim.
just
I
to
believe.
lead,
So if some-
leading.
He's
yeah.
he's leading.
No, with the crossbow, not his actual person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so Lump will just take about 6 seconds. You see a look of concentration cross over their face as their malformed arm shifts back into a normal one so they can swim, and they will do a doggy paddle out and then dip under the water and begin searching.
You
Is that a,
plop
is that a
into
shot at me?
No,
Lump stroke.
am I doing it right, Ruff? Am I doing it right?
If you're not breathing water, you're doing fine.
Okay, all right. You plop into the water and, you get in there and there was almost zero visibility. Like, it's so murky in here and, like, something brushes past you suddenly and another thing and you, like, swim forward a little bit, kind of, like, dive in and just let yourself flow forward and you come pretty much face to face with a Chul. Like, whoa, right there, and these writhing little tendrils from its mouth wriggling around. They kind of touch you on the face and all around, and just as like your reactions to back away a bit, you sense another one suddenly swim from behind it, and its tendrils kind of move around, and then the one in front of you backs away, and you get this sense that there are at least 3 of these creatures around the pier. And they seem to be communicating in some way or another at your presence. And then suddenly, they move away from you.
Lump lets out a sigh of relief underwater, losing all of their oxygen. And no, I'm just kidding. We'll give a small nod before searching through the silt and the soft soil underneath the water.
And you kind of search around nearly blindly, and it's really grotesque under here, very slimy, and just covered in what's the
If I was playing anything but a flesh warp, this would probably bother my character
Yeah.
more. But like Lump's like whatever.
Kind of
I
okay
pull
with
my
it, yeah.
intestines out and use them as
Yeah.
a rope. Like, get
Sort
back
of
to
more
me
for
when
the
you got
listeners
something
than
interesting.
anything, yeah. But yeah, you find this sort of like clump that you would assume is like the nest of the Chul, and you kind of dig your hands around real quick and cluster. Thank you, James, for putting that in the chat. You find a cluster of eggs, and but not just eggs. There's a few other things. There's a little pouch. It feels like, and in a blade, some sort of weapon, you would guess. And you can kind of quickly gather that all up if you like, and you pop up from the surface and next to the dock, and you can kind of place the things on the dock if you like. What you get in total is 6 Chul eggs, 9 gold pieces, 42 silver pieces, and a +1 striking longsword.
Oh. Put that in your arm and smoke it.
How much silver was it? Sorry.
42.
42.
I don't know if you can see the token on the ground. I think it's kind of busted right now. But I can put them all in your inventory, I feel like.
Perfect.
So just to make sure you don't... you can do the gold if you like. 9 gold, 42 silver. I'll put the others in your inventory.
All right. And Lump is going to pull themselves out of the pier, their metal armor dripping with this viscous slime coming off their body as they pull themselves up onto the dock. And they will bring themselves up to a knee before standing and looking over and holding up the goods before they disappear into Lump's arm, the flesh peeling away as the Chul eggs just slide down into the arm before sealing back up. I see a door over here as well, and there appears to be another cavern, waterfall. I'm not sure, but there it looks like it leads
Yeah.
further to the east.
Yeah, to
there was also-
to the southeast of exactly where Lump is, there is a single door that leads south. And yeah, and to the direct east, you guys can all see it really, and there's a kind of a cliff up that leads further into a cave system.
How far of a cliff?
It is-
Like how high?
It is across the water. How high is it? That's a good question. That is a very good question. I'll see if I can find it for you.
I personally believe that we should go through one of the doors before exploring more of the natural caverns, Lump says as Freeman looks for information.
Ruff will sheath the crossbow and redraw his longsword. Which door do you think? Do you sense anything behind the one near you, Lump?
No, I do not. It appears to be clear, at least as far as I can tell. I think that just going into the more humanoid-made structures, if we wish to preserve nature's life and aberrant life, the people that are most likely to be behind doors are the people that we are most likely going to need to fight.
Can we
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, can we shimmy along the edge between the cage and the wall to where he is without going in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the water's fine. It's warm. It's very cozy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Absolutely
feels
can.
like
Temperature is the biggest thing to worry about.
it is.
This water.
It feels like I'm back in the womb.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That doesn't make Ruff feel great, so he's gonna
The
shimmy,
flesh
shimmy
warping
for the
womb.
I'm just gonna go.
We saw that machine. It didn't look great.
It's one of the pods from the Matrix.
Well, we're gonna call the cliff like a pretty easy climb. Actually, probably with 10 feet up. And I forgot to mention too that right next to it there is a little stream of water that's like trickling down, like borderline tiny waterfall coming down the side of it, as if there's a water flow coming from inside the cavern northern wise. Just so as you know.
So from the distance
Mm-hmm.
up there, as Tulok is crossing towards the door, there appears to be a glow.
There is indeed. Yeah, you can see a glow coming from well beyond up north through that cavern.
Can we?
It's 90 feet, so it's still visible. It's less than 90
Well, it's
feet.
concealed after 30.
Yeah, that just means it's harder to see, but visibility ends at 90, so some of it permeates through.
Okay.
Look, to the northeast. Do you see that? It's a glow from the cavern.
I do, but I guess if you prefer, we can clear that area first.
Perhaps another door leads there. I trust your instincts to go south here.
Should we not consider the usage of this location? There is nothing but cages, boats, and a lift. What is the purpose of this floor? What could be behind that door? What could be up these rivers? Is this simply a hunting grounds? Or should we expect more armies? How many of those little zombie boys does it take to get a chul in a cage?
Real quick, do these cages look like crab cages to Ruff, since he does have the Fisher Shuni? Because that's what I'm thinking in my head, that they look
No,
like
they're
crab. Okay.
So yeah, I didn't for this guy because we were in the middle of combat so much. They're basically constructed of metal and a strange fibrous wood. So they are kind of an odd design that you've never really seen
Is
before.
it bamboo?
But sturdy, obviously, quite sturdy.
We know from the notes that this is the farm. What that means, I know not.
I trust you and I follow your lead. I just feel like perhaps the question was appropriate.
Well, perhaps we'll see. And if you have any ideas, don't hesitate to bring them up. Let's move.
Lump turns, pulling the shield off of their back, raising it before opening the door to the south.
Ruff will take the detect magic exploration activity, and I'm not sure if I said it, but he redrew his longsword after putting the crossbow away.
I will avoid notice.
Krekka's scouting.
Yay!
Does someone want to quickly roll me a nature check? As you look at this door, and it's also got a little bit iron banded, but it's got some of this same strange fibrous wood to it.
21 from Krekka.
15 from Ruff, but I'm wondering if I can roll a lore abomination vaults.
In this case, it actually won't apply. Oddly enough. However, I will let the 21 slide because it appears as though the wood itself is not like a unique kind of wood, but rather there seems to be some sort of fungus that has grown within the wood that reinforces it. It creates a more fibrous strength. It's something that would not have existed in the age of the Abomination Vaults being occupied and built, but rather something new.
Not sure what to do with that information.
Sometimes it's just flavor, and sometimes it's a warning.
Be on the lookout for spores.
Of
Do
course.
I have anything for that?
Lump waits patiently before kicking in the fucking door.
Okay. You kick the door in, and it leads to a 5-foot hallway.
Yeah.
A 5-foot wide hallway that stretches 30 feet south and branches off to the west at about 20 feet.
Oh, it's a 5-foot hallway, but get this, guys. It goes for at least 30 feet. This might be the longest one we've encountered so far.
We made it.
It turns here, and Lump will shield raised step. Okay, we have a door to the left and a door to the south.
Well, given what way you're facing, it would be door to your right, but to the west, and then door to the south.
Okay. Well, either way, let's get to one.
Just saying.
Do we wish to go west? Maybe if we go west, it might lead somewhere back to where we came down, and it might be best to clear out that so that we can attempt to find some form of shelter or place to set up camp.
Then let's do that.
And Lump will move up to the door and look it over for traps or any other sounds on the other side of it, giving a perception. Ugh, awful roll. 22.
You don't hear anything.
All right, shield raised.
Steel and stagnant and stale. And silent.
That was a good alliteration, Freeman. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we'll kick in the door.
Ba-boom. You kick in the door to open up a chamber that is about 30 feet long, east to west, and 10 feet or 15 feet wide. So 35 by 15. And there are 6 alcoves that line the walls in the north and south, 3 on each side. There is a door at the far end of the eastern side, single door. And each of the, at a quick glance, each of the closest 4 little alcoves to you have a sort of large stone planter of some kind with them that's filled with like a muddy water. And there are 2 scorch marks on the ground right in front of you. That is basically surrounded by a pile of dark rags. And the pommel of a blade peeks out from underneath one of the rags.
Lump, not sensing anything, will step
trap.
in.
Check for traps.
It probably is, but I'm not going to metagame. We'll step in and pick up the blade.
You reach down for the blade, and in the 4 alcoves, one by one, but in quick succession, a light turns on in each. And within each light is the face, the shape of a skull. And that's what we're going to call it.
Oh God, more wisps.
Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.